What's up, everybody? Today we're gonna do another wood cutting piece. I'm gonna do a traditional dagger, and we're gonna put some letters on it, probably throw some color in there, and see how it comes out. All right, step one, we're gonna go ahead and get a drawing of the design that we're gonna make today. That way we can have it as a reference photo. I'm also gonna send it through my projector and project the drawing onto the piece of wood so I can trace it out perfectly. So step one, get a drawing. Today we're gonna go off of an old piece of traditional flash that I found for the dagger. I'm gonna use that as a reference, and we're gonna add some letters to it and banner and do some cool stuff. All right, so here's the drawing. We got a traditional dagger with signature heart in there and a banner with death before dishonor. I think it's gonna be pretty sweet. Now, next step is to get this projected onto the wood and get it traced out. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. I may do the design just on one single piece of wood and just have that cut out be the whole piece. Or I may do what I did on the last one and have it like layered, so cut out like two pieces of wood and then kind of smack one on top of the other. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet, so we're just gonna see. Okay, now we have the drawing on the board. Now it is time to cut the border out, and then we'll start to paint. Still haven't gotten any more tools since the last video, which was just like 2 days ago. So working with the same tools, hopefully we can get a clean cut out. If not, it's gonna be okay. I'll buff it down. I chose something that's not freaking as so intricate this time. So it should be a little bit easier. There's definitely gonna be some tight spots in there that I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to make it as clean as I would like, but only one way to find out. Okay, so this is one of those times I got ahead of myself. I started going crazy. I wanted to get to painting. I do that a lot. I love painting, and sometimes it gets the best of me. So now we're gonna have to pretty much start over from step one. And so normally I wouldn't have to do this, but with this wood, and my tools, it's so crappy. The cut, whenever I cut, the top part of the wood looks like crap, and the underside of it looks pretty clean. So me projecting this design onto the wood, I have to flip it so it's reversed and everything's backwards. That way when I cut it out, I can watch what I'm cutting, but the underside of it, the one that I'll actually be painting on, is nice and clean. So starting over from square one, let's try again. Okay, we are ready for round two. I just drew the borders of what I needed to cut. Nothing else, so I'm not wasting time drawing all of it. So I'm gonna cut this out, and then I'm gonna have to flip it, and I'm gonna have to put the projector back on it to get all the finer details in there. I could probably just draw them in, honestly. But yeah, round two. Okay, so now we got it cut out. Now you can see this is the back side. So when I cut, this is the side that I see. This is where I messed up at. So I had to flip it because here's the underside. You can see how much cleaner that is. So now I'm going to take a sander, and I'm going to use some sandpaper first, kind of go in there with my hand and hand sand it. and then I'm going to take the actual electric sander to it. All right, now we got the primer on. I'm gonna get the projector back on, and we are gonna go ahead and draw the design back on top of the primer, and then get it painted. I got the whole block bumping. You ain't got it like it. All right, we got the stencil on there. Now it is time to paint. Let's go. So basically what I've done here, and honestly also because I don't have a gold color in my airbrush paint, I've went ahead and given myself a yellow underpainting, and I'm going with an orange over top of this to kind of create this gold looking gradient. Honestly, I think having two tones like this looks better than if I just was to paint it all gold. So, you know, me not even having a gold paint really works to my advantage anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna continue to add this orange on top of this yellow, and it'll sort of create this gold looking effect. Okay, so we just took a little workout break. Now we're just gonna line this thing out and give it some clear coat, and she'll be finished. Like I said in the last video, it always looks kind of weird until you get the lines on. Just trying to get the colors where they need to go. Just kind of looks funky until it gets finished, but you just gotta trust the process. Okay, so we got all the painting done. Now we're just gonna let it dry, and then we're gonna get some clear varnish on it and really make it pop. And then I'm probably gonna probably cut this into little squares and then put a couple of these on the back, just so that whenever I put it on a wall, wherever I put it, it kind of sticks out a little bit from the wall. I hate wasting paint. Okay, so now I got 3 little rectangles. These don't really have to be perfect. They don't really matter. They're never going to be seen. I'm going to glue these onto the back of the design. And then I'm probably going to drill a hole out of one and put some twine through it. That way we can just hang this design off of like a thumbtack or whatever. Now I broke these into 6 pieces and I'm just going to sandwich them together. This top piece, I left a little hang off right here so that I can drill a hole right there and put thread twine through it and make little sandwiches. Okay, so I just hit this with some satin clear coat. I just did it with the spray paint first so it could kind of lock in everything before I hit it with the actual varnish. I'll let that dry for just a second, and then we're gonna varnish and gloss her up and she'll be finished. Alright, I believe she is finished.